Hey everybody, Brickhouse here with another video, and let's talk Pat McAfee show, shall we? You know, it was announced that the Pat McAfee show was going to be live on ESPN, as well as digital platforms like YouTube, X, so on and so forth. Well, seems that the Pat McAfee show's first 4 weeks on ESPN itself are not very good. Now, he's had a couple of big moments in the first 4 weeks of his show. Of course, we had The Rock, the great one, show up on his show the week that Game Day was live from Boulder, Colorado. Then we had the Aaron Rodgers segment where he called Travis Kelce, what was it? A man supporting Pfizer or something to that effect. Not sure if that aired on ESPN. It might have aired on YouTube. Because you got to remember, YouTube and ESPN Plus, even though they're simulcast on ESPN, the show's only on ESPN for a couple hours. So I'm not sure if the Aaron Rodgers segment actually made it to ESPN. I know it made it to YouTube and probably ESPN Plus behind the paywall. But ESPN is trying to tout up how popular the Pat McAfee show is. And yes, it is popular on digital streaming platforms, but linear ESPN, not so much. So this is from Awful Announcing, and ESPN put out a release that the Pat McAfee show has 242 million total views over its first 4 weeks, which is a total of 17 shows, averaging about 1.4 to 1.9 million on ESPN's linear networks. That would be ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, and YouTube. Now, when you dig into the data, it's not so good. So the 2-hour block on ESPN, that's the block that airs over the noontime, the lunchtime, the noon hour. That topped out at 415,000 viewers over its first 4 weeks on the air. And that was the show on September 22nd in South Bend. The lowest viewership, 201,000, was on Thursday, September 28th. So when you look at the average number of viewers watching the show on ESPN, and that means they're watching it on Comcast. Well, they couldn't on Spectrum for a while. DirecTV, Dish Network. We'll even throw in Hulu Live, YouTube TV, Fubo TV, Linear TV. The average was 277,000 viewers its first 4 weeks. Now, when you look at the numbers over on YouTube, they're averaging 500,000 viewers, topping out at 763,000 on September 15th, and with the low of 368,000 on September 28th. So, just from what I'm seeing here, folks, is that the Pat McAfee show is still doing well on YouTube, but on linear TV, on ESPN, not so much. Now, they do clip the show and share the clips on YouTube. I've watched some of the clips on YouTube. And this also includes any other digital platform like X, say Facebook, even Instagram, the ESPN app. They've had 213 million viewers over the first month. Now, 11 clips from the last couple of days on YouTube averaged 144,000 views and totaled over 1.5 million views. Now, again, the thing of it is that his show was streamed on YouTube prior to the ESPN deal, and it did these types of numbers. When you look at the stats. So the show has held steady on digital platforms. Where the show is just tanking, again, is on linear ESPN. Now, keep in mind, people only tune into ESPN really now for NFL football, Monday night, college football's on the weekends. I know the wild card playoffs and MLB were all broadcast on ESPN this past week. So people are tuning in to ESPN for those types of events, those types of sporting events, but for shows like SportsCenter, Pat McAfee Show, NBA Live, NFL Live, Get Up, the viewership is dwindling. And part of that is because people do not want to support Disney anymore. Because remember, folks, Disney owns ESPN. Now, myself, I do still watch clips of the Pat McAfee Show on ESPN. Or not on ESPN, but YouTube. Throughout the day. And I'll continue to do so. Because I'd rather watch clips of his show where it's an 8-minute clip here, 15-minute clip here, 20-minute clip here, rather than try to watch the entire show. That's just me. But we'll have to see how this progresses over time, because right now, just the small sample we have of the first 4 weeks of his show on ESPN, it's not looking good. So that's all I have for right now, folks. Comment down below, share your thoughts. Tell me what you think about this. Are you watching the Pat McAfee Show? Are you watching it on YouTube? Are you catching it on ESPN? Where are you catching the show at? While you're at it, please take the time to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video out there with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and as always, thanks for watching. I will see you later.